I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over your son. So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Tricknick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Tricknick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
All right, people. You have been wondering, where is Management all morning? Where Management go on with, man? No sure. Yo, Management have to make money. Understand that. Yeah, understand me. YouTube now turn over no big profit enough. Management have to make money. Management got to work to feed the family. Big up on yourself. You understand me? Where's Management all morning? Yo, me think that the man are gonna do a level control. I think. But the one there, man, yo, that's why I can't. Yo, me don't understand what go on and out. So we can't work with Management. They man are not consistently drop material. Management, start. Hey, yo, you right now. YouTube can't cook, brother. You can't go down a JPS and tell them say, hey, want to look on video on YouTube, JPS. I want to. You know how this? You know how this JPS? This is the independent content creator management. You understand me? Bill Pierre, you must be mad like God. Huntley Dixon, Fresh God, Brian Mighten, up and running. But this is the JPL preview and review show. Kevin Williams, the man with the Bounty Killer voice, cross, angry, miserable. If you name Bounty Killer, then Fresh God must be Mr. Vegas. And then Brian Mighten must be Dexter Dobbs. You understand me? Yeah. But bigger people, hey, still, yeah, man, we had to, we had other things that we had to do still, for real, and make some money. KW Media, up and running. But listen, hey, the Jamaica thing really hit me hard still, for real. I'm not telling a lie. I don't think football is not something that I'm supposed to watch. I don't think watching football, especially Jamaican, like the teams that I love. Yes, a Fresh God, no, Mr. Vegas. You want to say my massacre? Mannings, Albion dealing with Arsenal, rough too. Albion? What kind of Albion you talk about? Rob Simmons, yeah man, up and running people, yeah man, jump onto the stream quick and fast. Hit the like button. and subscribe and share. You understand me? But yeah, to be honest, people, listen, you see when you see, certain things don't sit well with me. You understand me? The game yesterday really it hurt me because I feel it for the youth them. And the past we have just been made very difficult because, like, honestly, and maybe you can give me otherwise. I cannot see how with this kind of officiating, Jamaica can beat Guatemala in Guatemala, even if we play better than them. I just foresee something happening that going to give the game to Guatemala, regardless of what the Jamaica U team does. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. I hope I am wrong, but that's how I see this whole thing. I don't see, the officials really, I don't see people. Right? Like I said, I could be wrong. I hope I am wrong. But that's things from my perspective. So it hit me really hard. And then, that I have a team down here and one of the organized team, and I decided that, because so many times when you come on social media and you hear people talk about the football, you feel like might as well you don't deal with it, So I decided that, I just go and help the youth, and so I had to get them set up for that. But let's talk about one of the things I want to talk about the local football. No, I think I brought up this issue already, and a lot of people don't know it. So, when the football ended abruptly because of the pandemic, the parish of St. Anne at that time had played 3 games in their league. So what that mean, like a club like mine, we had transferred players, we had purchased gears, given players boots and all of those things. All right. So the league ended abruptly. The pandemic came, years of no football. So you know that all of those boots, gear, all of those things are gone. Now the other issue is, so all of those players that you would have paid money for, 30,000, 20,000, 50,000, whatever amount in transfers and registration fee, all of those players are now like free, because the rule is after 30 months, you can leave a club. So players end up leaving. So the money that you spend to get them, you don't get. So remember, you bought equipment, you transferred players, so all of that you have lost. Now, the St. Anne FA want to start Major League. So my team finished 3rd. The Benfica team won. I think a team called Brownstone 2nd, and Priory came 3rd, and a team named Madras came 4th. All right. So how it is, there has been no competition. So on what they call playing merit, Limal ended up playing in the Tier 2. So the next spot now has been given to the team that came 2nd, because they have to have a playoff to go to find one more team from St. Anne to play in the Tier 2. So the Brownstone team, based on what you have heard, as long as they are ready and registered, they get to go and play that. All right. So which means that my team have to restart from Major League again. Though we were in Super League because we had qualified for Super League and we played Super League the season before. We have to go back and play Major League, and all right, to get back in there. Now, with all of that being done, we have no money to buy gears, to buy boots. Remember, you have to get players who are free agent and transfer them, pay affiliation fee, all of those things. That's 3 things. The league don't have a sponsor, and there's no startup money for you. So what I want to know is how the competition is going to go on. How a team supposed to participate in the competition when even at our highest level, sponsorship is not easily received. So that is my issue right now with the league. A part of me want to help some of the young youth them, because we have some good youngsters, some 15-year-old, 16-year-old, 18-year-old, 19-year-old. Because we normally work with the youths. And we believe we can win it, But there's no incentive because even if you win, when I win the league, for example, there's no prize money. I don't get anything. And at the minimal budget, it takes $2 million Jamaican dollars to run it for the entire season. So really what the league wants is that as a local club, you spend $2 million and there's no prize money at the end. You don't go automatically to the tier 2 after that. What you do is that you have to go through the playoff to see if you go through. And if you don't, reasonable, you have to go back and play Major League to spend the next $2 million with no prize money. The football can't operate like that. Because what happened? As soon as a team start playing and realizing that they probably can't go anywhere, they stop spending the money. Because you don't want to keep on spending. So you play 2 games and you lose them and you kind of calculate that, boy, it look like we can't go through. It's a problem. So the parishes have to have their Major League sponsored to at least half the amount of monies that the clubs are investing. It don't make any sense. And then the thing is, because the parishes are going to want to play football, you're going to have disorganized leagues. The leagues cannot be organized. Like, for example, I went somewhere today and a player who played for my club actually went and played in a different parish. He played in a different parish, and all he told them that he has never played any football before. They don't check anything. He played a competition, He played in a Major League competition that was just completed. And I don't sign any document. So the whole football thing needs to be fixed. Needs to be fixed and sorted out. Given the pandemic, parish associations should have been given money, a start-off money. Part of what I think the JFF need to do, instead of giving these parish associations $1 million for under 13, under 15, under 17, and those things, what about the other leagues? What about the other leagues? Give them some money and say, listen, we are going to seek sponsorship for the Major League. You remember if you remember, there was a time when Captain Bakery sponsored almost all the major leagues across Jamaica. The Captain Bakery Major League. They were prize money at that time like $250,000. And we have moved from teams receiving 10 years ago $250,000 to now where teams receive zero money. And here's what, then people are saying that teams must run professionally. That I must pay players to come and play. And I must buy them the best equipment. I must get physical trainer. You must get a B license coach or a minimum C license coach to coach at that level. You have to have certain amount of players on salary. You have to, before you, all of these things, you need to have a physical trainer. You need to have a goalkeeper. All of these requirements are out there at this level. But there's no money given to you and no sponsorship. So some parishes are running competition, And I guarantee you that either it is very disorganized or the persons running those monies, running those leagues are losing major monies. The football must be better. And this idea that, okay, well, if you don't have the money, don't enter the league. If everybody saw it like that, trust me, there would be no league running in Jamaica. Let me say it again. If everybody operated like that, guess what? Boy, I don't have it, but I want to help some youth. If everybody decided that, you wouldn't have any league. A lot of the people who run local football are individuals like management and some other people who see some youth in the community and they say, listen, I need to help these youths. And they take it upon themselves to help them. And out of that, a club is formed because it's helping some disenfranchised youths. The football needs to be fixed. And that is why when you go up to the highest level, the quality of the football is so poor in the major leagues and those leagues because there's no incentive for playing there. So now when you get to the highest level, the players are underdeveloped. So a youth now, look how many youths just finished playing in our Dakasta Cup and Manning Cup competition. They really don't have any league to play now. Because no major league not running. Where are all the youths in Kingston? Well, they have to move. Not everybody can play. How many tier 2 teams you going to have? But there's no money. So I can't call 5 youths from Kingston, say, come, stay at this place and play because I know I have a certain amount of money at the end of the league. I can't do that. So the youths them up there stuck. They don't play any ball until 3-4 seasons now down the road and probably try out for. You understand me? Unless they go to college overseas. Or they go straight into a Premier League club. And you can count the amount of the Manning Cup and the Costa Cup players who have graduated or they are not in school. Less than 30 of them are playing in the top league in Jamaica, tier 1. I don't know. How are things in your parish? I'd love to hear from. We're going to get to the JPL show, don't worry. I'd love to hear from some people. What is going on in their parish concerning football? Is it being run properly? Are the teams happy? Do the teams have money to do this? What is going on with the local football? Because to me, I feel like unless money is given to some of the clubs that were operating and functioning to start up, our major prize money is given, this whole thing is going to be problematic. That's what I believe. Are they going to have disorganized football? Or are they going to be very disorganized? Yeah. And Chris, right, so Chris Wynn, I'm telling you. So, and here it is that this is the dilemma I'm in because I have a family, a young youth. So now, do I still go and do this again? Let me show you people. Hold on, because you think he's joking. Where are they? Let me show you. Hold on a sec. Let me show you, right? See there now, people. This is registration form, you see it? And this is what they use. You fill out this to go on the JFF Connect system. See there? I'm not joking. The youths want to play football. And boy, them say pastor, because that's what they call me. You understand me? But what am I going to tell them? You understand me? What am I going to tell them? Because one of the things the pandemic taught a lot of people and showed a lot of people is that football will leave you and your family bankrupt. I put it to you, if you know anybody who used to run a football club in your community, they will tell you that a joke thing based on the amount of money they lost. In fact, I'll tell you this, many times running a corner league team is way more profitable than a major league team or a Division 1 team. Because here's the thing with a corner league. You know how much money you are going to get. You know how much money you're going to get at the end of the corner league, from your start the corner league. So you know how much money. You understand me? Big up, who's this? Big up Sir Allen in the building. You understand me? Yeah, you can watch match. Harborview versus Mount Pleasant. All right, boss, no problem. You understand me? I'm one of the big fan of the team that I'm always a follow the team. Anywhere the big team I play, you understand me? You make sure you follow the team. Yeah. So that is it, people. You understand me? But the football, a lot of youths are the talent just wasted because the amount of money. All right. No, to some people, $2 million, 2 million Jamaican is like 17,000 US dollars. And so to some people, oh boy, it's not a lot of money. But they don't take it up. I tell you this, a lot of the people who talk about the football, if management said to them, listen, I need 17,000 US dollars to run this program. From cleats to getting Gatorade to, covering transportation, to buying medical stuff, the same people would say they don't have any money to give into it. But here's one thing I know, and Alan can tell you that we're just seeing the thing, and anybody. You see, when I started the football team, they can tell you the amount of youths whose life have been changed by it. Because one of the purposes of the football is the social changes that it brings. So when I originally started, I'm telling you, the people who are playing, if you hear some of the names, the aliases, you'd laugh. Because you know, Priory is it's on the beach. A lot of those guys were youths who were, I know a couple of them used to be just youth were just on the street youths, just some street youths who would play some scrimmage. And I took them and started working with them. Started helping you to get subjects, go to school, go back to school. Big man, some of them, help some with getting IDs, sorting out birth certificate, helping some to get passport, sending some back to school. So it became more of that, and until the thing continually evolved and evolved until it got into, like I said, Super League level now, where you're getting good quality players and all of those things. But it is a very difficult thing, football in Jamaica. And remember, I am telling you about Major League. Remember, the Premier League teams get, I think, Brian, remind me, close to 600,000 a month. Watch this. The Premier League teams are supposed to get $600,000 a month to help with their operational cost. Remember, operating at the bare minimum in the Premier League, your expenses are $2 million a month. You only get 600,000. So you have to make up $1.4 million. Remember now, the gates are controlled for the most part by the JFPL. So it's not like the clubs have exclusive rights to gate receipts because it is shared. Brian is saying that it's a little bit more than 600K. Tell me how much the money you hide the figure, so yeah. So even in that regard, 800,000 it is. All right, let's work with that. So even in that regard, the JPL club, and this is where now I understand what Chris Williams is saying when he says there are too many teams in it. Right? I understand the concept that the lower the amount of teams you have is the better it will be in terms of generating a sustainable model financially for the other teams. That I understand that. However, the issue you have is that people have put money in this thing. So how do you know basically kill their teams? How do you basically cut them out when they have invested money to get to the top? Very difficult decision that is to make. So wanted to touch on that because it is a state of affair in the football. So I am here, like I said, I have the forms. I'm not even sure what I want to do. The players are calling me saying put it in there because they want to play football, but it is a very difficult proposition. Brian says on average it's about 850,000 per month that is given to all clubs on average. Sometimes it is like $1 million, sometimes it's less, but it covers about 50% of the budget needs to operate at the bare minimum. Yeah. Thank you for that explanation, Brian. All right. So that is what is happening in football, especially in St. Anne. And as you know, that the president in St. Anne he's not a fan of the present JFF administration. And I don't think the present JFF administration is a fan of him. Hold on a sec. Mr. Christie, you're live on I Am Sure Sports. Do you want to join the show and you want the link?
Yes. Send me
All
the
right.
link and I'll join.
Okay, all right, no problem. All right. So yeah. Yeah, so that's a serious state of affairs. You understand me? Serious state of affairs. Yeah, yeah. And if you know how football is in Jamaica, you run a team and you're trying to be professional, a player come to you and say, yo, coach, say, yo, me look a baby cereal done, coach. Say me auntie just sick on the hospital, coach. Say my mama just buck her too, coach, and her slippers bust out, coach. Say me look a brother have exam, coach. Say my girlfriend pregnant, coach. No man, just say your girlfriend pregnant and baby that. No man, not that one, coach. That the one when you live with me, I talk about, coach. I need a little thing, coach. Coach, say me want to go back, go see me can go learn a skill, coach. And say, coach, say, boy, I need a bus here for go back. Yeah. And the thing is, by the time you check all your wallet, you go there with $10,000, you give it away. Just on small things like that. I am telling you. Man, trust me, sometimes the football thing can be very stressful outside of the financial issues. Club persons have to be fathers, uncles, big brothers, consuls. But boy, may I tell you about that? Teacher, best friend, and all the other adjectives you can think of that impact social lives of players and their families. Absolutely, absolutely. Brian, you need to come on and share them things with the people. Them coming on and believe they're just man. I try, concoct something to share with them. It's a reality out there. But one of the things I've seen is that where the football is active and going well, it affects the numbers in terms of crime, um, in a downward way. Understand me? So definitely. All right. So uh last JPL week 14 was a good week. For those of you who are unaware of what transpired in the JPL, let management show you. I'm going to show you the results in last week's action. Some very good games, some very, very good goals as well were scored in round 14. So here we go. Falkland and Mount Pleasant 0-0. Harborview defeated Chapeltown by a goal to 0. Mullines, good game against Waterhouse. Some good goals in that game. They defeated them by 2-1. Moby United and Portmore United ended 1-1. 2 good goals in that game. Then we had Arnett Gardens defeating Cavaliers by 2-1 in that game. Some good goals as well. Tivoli and Vere ended 0-0. And Humble Lion, beautiful goal by Andrew Vanzi. Good goals in that game as well. They defeated Don't Beholden by 2-1. So this is what the standing looked like after that, right? Mount Pleasant continues to lead. They are on 31 points from 14 games. They have scored the most goal and they have conceded the least amount of goals. That is Mount Pleasant. I think we have Mr. Christie, but we lost him. He will be back. Yeah. All right. So Arnett Gardens, they leapfrog Cavaliers to come into second place after defeating Cavaliers in the last set of games. So Arnett Gardens are in second. Cavaliers are in third on 26 points. Humble Lion in fourth on 24 points. Harborview comes up in fifth position on 22 points. And Don't Beholden, they are in sixth position on 19 points. That is your top 6 team. Portmore United are on 18 points in 7, same as Waterhouse on 18 points. Tivoli on 17. Moby United on 17. Mullines on 15. Vere on 14. Falkland on 7. And at the foot of the table, we have Chapeltown Maroons on 3 points. And this is after they were deducted 6 points for some infringement there. We still have not heard anything concerning the ruling on what will happen with the situation with Harborview. No clear or definitive answer yet where that is concerned. We have Mr. Christie All right. I think I see man two things here. Brian says, man, they won't believe me, boss. They all think the football people are a bunch of corrupt individuals that want to raid the national team with local players. Yeah, if they only understand. Mr. Christie, you're muted. I don't know which one of these. There are two of you have, you know. Which one is you?
It's only me, sir.
Okay, all right, there you go. Yeah, man, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Your club had a 0-0 draw down in Montego Bay their last game, man. I think a game that all the predictions from the show last week were that they would win the game. It didn't work out that way. It ended 0-0. No goals conceded or scored in that one. But there are a few changes. I noticed Slay McCullough didn't start. Odean Murray started that one, and Dwight Merrick also started in that game. So no Devontae Campbell as well. So some substitution. I mean, you are the manager. Did any of those substitution affect the outcome of the game?
No, well, it was Mount Pleasant who had represented out there. Yes, it's a fact that we had a few changes and also we had some knocks and all of that. However, it was Mount Pleasant that was represented out there, and there's no excuse. Falkland came to play. We were a little bit unfortunate in front of the goals. We got a few chances. However, the Falkland team, they were very compact. They played as if they were actually fighting to get these points, and they were very stubborn, very difficult to break down, and hence the final result. But it was a good, competitive, hard-fought game, and with a little bit more luck, we could have not the just nicked the 3 points. However, we are satisfied with the performance, just not the result.
Okay, yeah. So like I said, you had some changes to the starting 11 coming out of the last game where Sule McCullough didn't see Devontae Campbell on the substitution bench either. Is he injured or he just never?
Yes, he would have picked up a knock on the preparation on Saturday. I tried to recover, he just was not able to get recovered on time. So hence he was out of the starting. He was out of the squad completely.
All right, so that's a Mount Pleasant game. Like I said, how about you? Who you meet this Sunday at Draxall? Right?
Well, how have you, the defending champion? You know the quality that they have.
They defeated Chapeltown Maroons by 1-0.
Yes. And we are aware that they're the defending champion. We know that they'll be coming guns blazing. I'm expecting a tough, hard game. Coach Ludlow Bernard is no slouch, so we have to show him his respect. However, we are entering into the game with only one thing on our mind, by whatever means. However, we would love to play entertaining football, but if it has to be an ugly one, we'll take it. We are just concentrating on the 3 points because these will be 3 very important 3 points. So that is where our focus is on right now. We will show them their respect. However, we are going to come out and play and entertain the people of St. Ann.
And it is just the one game at Draxall this weekend?
No. Chapeltown will host Dunbeholden as well.
Oh, so Chapeltown play against Dunbeholden in the first game at 1?
Yes, sir.
And then Mount Pleasant. Or is it Falklands?
Sorry, yeah, Falkland. Sorry, my bad. Dunbeholden will host in Falkland. Sorry about.
Oh, so yeah. Dunbeholden against Falkland. So double header at Draxall this weekend. What can the people expect at Draxall this weekend? Big game. I know Dunbeholden is a team that you're very close to as well. They have been having an up and down. Start to the season. They win some, they lose some. Falkland, like I said, they held you to a 0-0 draw. They're not too far from Montego Bay. Dunbeholden seem to enjoy playing at Draxall. I think they prefer there than Royal Lake. So, yeah. Do you have any thoughts on that particular fixture?
Well, the difference with the Jacksal field and the Westport Park field is the width. Westport Park is a small field that will suit Falkland. However, the width of Jacksal might very well prove a little bit too much. That stretch, if Dunbeholden come and play and stretch this Parkland team, use up the width of the field, they should be able to get the better of them. It's not like Westport Park when you can sit and be compact. You will have more space in between the pockets because it's a bigger field at Jacks. So this field and the fixture might very well suit Dunbeholden.
Okay. And your nemesis is not at Harborview this season. Trayvon Reed always give Mount Pleasant a tough time, but he will not be there. But they still have Colorado, Murray, Nicholas, Hamilton. I don't know if Alex Tyreek McGee, but I'm understanding that Tyreek McGee may be joining the ranks of Harborview. Don't know if that is
I was told that unofficially as well. So the Sentan people might be seeing the debut of Tyreek McGee in the Harborview colors, and everyone know that what he brings to the team.
Okay. And Christo J. Daly.
Yes. So it should be an entertaining event. Should be end to end. There might be a little bit of chess game in all of the entertainment. So all in all, it should be a very, very good one. Very exciting one.
Yeah. And how are the players in terms of their physical? Any I know you mentioned Devontae Campbell. Is he fully fit or is he still injured?
Well, he's racing against the clock to be getting fully fit for this fixture. He will be evaluated tomorrow after the sessions, and we will make a decision on him. Otherwise, we have a few other minor knocks. Nothing that will be that should keep the players out of the squad. So we have a already enough squad.
And what do you have to say about
Phillips? Everyone knows that he's out on card.
Demar Phillips is out with card accumulation.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And what about the field condition? I know there has been some rain in St. Anne. Will the field be just as good as the last time we saw it, which was a couple of weeks ago when there was a fixture when the ball was going smoothly? Because prior to that, the surface was bumpy and all of that. I know there is rain and the team probably trains on the field on some occasion instead of at the academy surface. What are the preparation? What sort of preparation going on to ensure that the field is in pristine condition?
What I can tell you is that as we speak, the ground staff are presently doing some maintenance work. Started earlier this week. It is continuing. We'll be ready for Sunday, and we'll have an improved surface come Sunday. that will be conducive for good football.
Okay. And what about Mount Pleasant merchandise?
Well, one thing I can tell you, it's taking a little bit longer than anticipated. We would have made our purchase order already. It's just not delivered to us as yet. But we are still waiting. And I think there are a few issues slowing down the process from Admiral. There's nothing Mount Pleasant can do about that. Mount Pleasant have no control over that. But we understand that we have to just wait on the process.
Okay, one of the things that I don't know if it has happened this season. I haven't heard a lot about it happening, but in seasons prior, you'd hear about motor vehicles being parked, especially when they would have parked on the outskirts of the field, and people would go out there and only see the space where the motor vehicle was. Are there better control measures in place to prevent this kind of thing from happening, seeing that the turnout is coming back out? I mean, the venue is generally packed for most of the games now. I mean, are there good control measures so that is a thing of the past, or that is not your portfolio?
Well, one thing I can tell you is that we seem to have been associated with the Mount Pleasant Football Academy. Before I even make my statement, the best that we can do is to put the security measures in place as much as possible. We are anticipating that there's going to be a bumper crowd come Sunday. There's going to be a lot of prizes and surprises. And some female patrons will be entering the premises free of cost. And so I'm expecting a large turnout.
You're saying that if Fresh God and Chris Wayne bring them girl, they pay and them girl enter free?
Yes.
All right, Fresh God, here you go. Chris Wayne, here you go. Jason, there you go.
So we are anticipating, and we are put in place added security for the patrons' property.
So
however, we are know that.
Is it all ladies free or up to a certain amount?
No, the first 50 ladies will be free.
50?
Yes, sir.
But that will be all Don't Be Holding fans.
No, man, the first 50 for our game.
Huh?
The first, that does not apply to the Don't Be Holding game.
No. Oh, no, but how you going? All right, so here's the issue you're going to have. You have two games. The first game is Falkland versus Don't Be Holding. Are you saying that any lady who come early for that game will have to pay? But if they come for the Mount Pleasant game, the first 50 what? How do you know that?
One thing I can tell you, we are flexible at Mount Pleasant, and especially a female who wears a Mount Pleasant jersey, that is a guaranteed free entry.
So the first 50 ladies in Mount Pleasant colors.
Yes.
So
that's a guaranteed free entry.
What we Don't Be Holding fans wear blue?
Well, they are out to cheer for Mount Pleasant this weekend. We are looking at all the dynamics, and we want it to be a special one for the ladies, especially this weekend, and we are prepared to be flexible as it relates to the ladies.
All right. Do at Mount Pleasant, do all kids pay, or it's up to a certain after a certain age they pay, or no matter how old you are as a child?
At Mount Pleasant, kids under 12 don't pay to enter the venue.
Okay.
Remember doing our mandate, our initial mandate would be for development of the youth. So we are totally aware that our product is to facilitate youth in anywhere in our farm. So at Mount Pleasant Football Academy, we at our games, kids under 12, admission is free.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. I'm glad that you're sharing all of these things. And you said that will there be any giveaways during the game, giving away of credit, giving away of a bottle of
There'll
water?
be lots of giveaway from our
Okay.
sponsors,
Okay.
from the club, all different type of giveaways. So I implore the fans to come out early so that they are in the with a chance to get some of these prizes and surprises.
All right. So here's the other thing that I will say. Um one of the issues I have. So as a person who creates content, when we're at the game and we're interviewing the coaches, the sound system is like that is the time that they blast the music, and I don't think there is any entertainment going on. It's not like the ladies are stopping to dance or the men are dancing. People are actually walking out of the venue because the game is over, but the sound system is at its highest for the time of the interview, and so sometimes the coaches have to shout, is there any way that the music can be accommodating of the interview, because that is an important part of the discussion.
And I am happy to know that I'm glad that you have raised that point, and we'll have a discussion with our entertainment coordinator, and we will bring up that point, and we'll definitely try to facilitate the process. So you might very well see an adjustment come Sunday.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. Chris Wayne says match hospitality is important for sure. And are there any plans, Mr. Christie? Because you have a nice air conditioned space up there and a little balcony area for people to watch the game. Is there any plans of Mount Pleasant to make that like a special part of the ground in terms of the offerings? Like for you to sit in that particular area, it comes with a special price, and it because it's a good view, and not only just a special price, but you get other things. For example, I don't go to party, but I'll hear people say like, this is all inclusive area. You pay 5,000 to sit over here, and you drink, even if it's water you have, but you drink all the water you want for the games.
As we speak, we are in constant dialogue with the PFJL to, if you can remember last season, the PFJL would have put on what is called a VVIP, and we are looking back for that concept to reignite the season. So it's in the pipeline, and I see that. Yeah. I don't know if you are speaking to people or you are just thinking out loud or what's the case, but all of that is in the pipeline for this round. So it's gonna be an exciting round with a lot
Just
of
letting you know that
positive adjustment.
whatever you plan to do up in that area, I am already VIP, so I should, I'm not bringing this up so that you can charge me to go up there and I can't afford it. But I'd love to know.
You are aware that you would have all access pass at Mount Pleasant football. We treat family well, So you will be having, you are one of the fortunate people that will be having all access pass at the Mount Pleasant Football Academy when we host a game.
That sounds fantastic. All right, so let's get into. So we covered our next big game on Sunday is Portmore United versus Arnett Gardens. Arnett Gardens is, I would say, right on your tail. They have surpassed Cavaliers.
Cavalier,
and they are in second position right now.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? What are your Chris Wayne, because in that VIP area, if it were a VIP area, for example, it is where the referees go into and the teams changing rooms are. So I think like an area like that, it should be more exclusive. That's just a thought, But but let's get back. Portmore United versus Arnett Gardens.
That will be an exciting one. I am told that the Portmore, the former champion, will be unleashing one the national player by the name of Lamar.
Oh, Lamar Walker.
Walker. He
What?
should be making his season debut this
Very
Sunday against
interesting.
Arnett Garden. So
Okay.
it should be an exciting one. We know what he brings to the table. So
Okay.
uh
Oh, that is interesting. So Lamar Walker, Alex Marshall, Shaquan
yes, sir.
Satchel. Oh my word.
Yes.
Ah,
So
this
if
is
they get that chemistry right,
listen.
the Arnett defense line might be in for a
You know
long
what is
evening.
so funny? A lot of the players who were on that under 20 team, the Lamar Walker, Maggie, Topi, um, these guys are in the league. Interesting times lies ahead. It will be interesting to see how that works out there at Portmore. That is going to be a good game. Um, and I have been hearing that Marvin Morgan has been back, but don't know. Nicky Daly as well is one of those players. So that under 20 team, you have two of them. You have Nicky Daly and Jamai Topi who was on it. And
Yes,
no,
sir.
Portmore has Alex Marshall and Lamar Walker.
Lamar Walker,
Interesting.
yeah.
But I heard that Marvin Morgan was spotted around Arnett Gardens, but I don't know if that means that he
Well,
will
my
be.
investigation revealed that Marvin Morgan is here on vacation. He's a Canadian citizen and he plays in the Canadian League.
Okay. So he's here on
He,
vacation.
he's just still an Arnett Gardens fan, so you will see him at the Arnett Gardens game.
And we
But
know that
it's not with an intention to join the ranks.
we know that you're also a private investigator in your other capacity, So if you say it, then we believe it.
We just try to know what is happening around the league so that we don't like surprises. So
I thought
we are prepared to
I normally have
follow
some
the
eagles.
league.
I normally have some eagles that get information from me, but you seem to be doing. Maybe I need to see. I wonder if I can pay you equivalent to what Mount Pleasant is giving you, so you can give me some of this person information.
Remember, we're a fan of the game as well, so we like to be
But
speaking with some form of knowing what we are saying.
yeah. So what about any score prediction? I think Mount Pleasant, let me just say this. Mount Pleasant Harborview, I believe that Mount Pleasant will beat Harborview at home by 2-1. I think Travante comes back to scoring, and for some reason, I think like this is the game that Atafari Bygrave scores in. Whether he starts or comes on, I don't know, but I think he's going to score in this game. And Mount Pleasant win by 2-1. That is my score prediction for that game. And then I am going Portmore is the draw machine. I'm going Portmore and Arnett Gardens to draw. Dumbehold and Falkland. Since this new coach has come on, Falkland has not lost a game. They won one, they draw one. I think Dumbehold continues to miss Harold Thomas. I didn't see Nicole Christian in their last game. So I am going to go Dumbehold and Falkland. I don't know. Dumbehold not scoring. Falkland don't score. I could see that ending in a draw. Falkland normally plays good at Draxall. Thinking one of the first games of the season, they had a red card against Mount Pleasant and they did very well. So I'm going draw for Falkland versus Dumbehold. You know what? I'm changing my Portmore score. If Lamar Walker play, Alex Marshall plays, I am going Portmore to beat Arnett Gardens by 1-0.
Well, I'm agreeing with you that listen, this kid by the name of Lamar Walker, he's that good. He can change the dynamics of the game. And if he's on any form of farm, I was up by the national camp on Thursday watching him, and he was like on a different level. If he replicates that performance on Sunday,
who is that? Lamar?
then yes, he was by the national camp.
Okay.
And I can tell you, if he replicates that performance on Sunday, then Arnett Gardens defense line will be in for a long evening.
Yeah, I see. Mr. Mullines himself saying, "Man, is based on my checks. I'm telling you, I have some egos, It looked like you're operating like a ball player today, Mr. Christie, because one of the Eagles just surfaced. He says, man, is based on my checks, Mr. Maggie is not a registered player at Stars of the East. However, it is my understanding that Mr. Walker is duly registered player at Portmore United FC.
And you remember I said that I understand that he's registered. I couldn't say definitively, but I know for a fact that Lamar Walker is registered.
In fact, Maggie contract ends June 30. No reason why he'd walk away from his contract at this time.
And as I said before, I just understand that he's on their roster. I don't know if it's from the rumor mill, however, Mr. Lamar Walker, that's a fact. That's not no rumor mill. That is a fact that he is eligible to play on Sunday.
Yeah. And you had, Mount Pleasant still had players at the national camp this week again. How did it go for them? Because you were there watching them.
Well, Trevante, Demario,
Alwyn,
Shakril, Jamai, who's name is? And the young
Devante was at the last one. He wasn't at this one because you said he had a.
No, he was called up. However, based on the night that he got on Saturday, he was not able to suit up on Sunday.
What about
as well as he was not able to make
Sule
the trip.
Sule McCullough was at the first
Sule
one.
as well. Our captain was there as well. Yeah. But Devante was not able to take up the offer. We would have duly informed
because I understand that there was some cross wires with the national camp where some of the players, somehow the information about them being at the camp was not transmitted to him. I don't know where it fell apart, but some didn't turn up and some kind of turn up late for the camp. And these things can happen at the national level. It doesn't look good when you have a coach operating at this professional level as coach.
What I can tell you this week, that wasn't the problem for any Mount Pleasant player. The transportation was duly put in place, and we did not have that problem at Mount Pleasant this week.
Okay. Also understand that Brian Martin is saying also Portmore United has a player called Chevon Walsh. That is a player that played in the Vietnam and the USL. He's a striker. Yes, he played in their last game. Yes, Jason, I'd love to hear what Brain Drain has to say about Maggie being back in Jamaica, you know. That's important. Big up Peso in the building as well. All right, so you didn't give me a score prediction. People, you can also put your score prediction for the games. Dumbley Holden versus Falkland, Portmore versus Arnett Gardens, Mount Pleasant versus Harborview. Those are the three that we have looked at.
All right, for the Dungolan versus Falkland. Falkland plays very compact. However, as I was saying before, the field at Westpaw would have suited them. However, this Dungolan, if they are able to stretch this defense line and play between the pocket, they should nick it a 1 or 2 goal against them, because if you allow the defense, if you cause the defense line to start move out of space, then you will create space. However, it's a little bit difficult down by Westpaw Park based on the size of the field. So they play a compact game that suits them very well in the field by Westpaw. It's a different field at Jackspal. If the Dungolan outfit use the width of the field, then they will definitely get the better at Falkland.
Okay. All right. I don't think you give a score prediction, but that is cool. Maybe you can give a score prediction for your Mount Pleasant team. Mount Pleasant versus Harborview. I have them 2-0. King I says, don't be holding.
I will go out on the limb and say this week, based on what I'm seeing in the trainings, the intensity, I see a minimum of 3 goals scoring for this Mount Pleasant outfit. The rhythm is good. The camaraderie in the field, in the team, is very good at this point. The team spirit is very high. It should be a good one, and Mount Pleasant will be coming out on top on this one.
Yeah. Pesa asking, I am sure sport, why the games at Waterhouse and Freddie Nita Park is $1,000? It is one game. Pesa, $1,000 to go at one game, a little bit of money, Pesa, man. That, I mean, whether one game or two games.
Well, but this $1,000 was all in that practice. I think people are getting used to getting a combo deal. But
Yeah,
the standard rate has always been $100, $1,000.
but isn't it regardless of one or two games, is the same $1,000?
Yes, but
Yeah.
people are getting used to this combo deal where you get a double header for the same $1,000.
Yeah.
But it actually $1,000 per game.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Ice King say all the Mount Pleasant haters are here. How about you kill Mount Pleasant 3-1? Ice King TV, make sure you're there, you know, because Mount Pleasant are going 2-1. Big up Neo, Sovereign, Laws, and Inside. Bless up, bro. Peso says, I want Harborview to beat Mount Pleasant. Why Peso? Don't be holding Hill Falklanding. No, that will not happen, Peso. And sometimes I feel like Peso support Mount Pleasant. Next time you want Mount Pleasant to lose. Why you want Mount Pleasant lose, Peso? Why are you a hater, Peso? Eh? When you don't like Harborview. I don't understand you, know, Peso. Peso, listen, you look like you just put some of them sausage where you sell in one of the freezer them down a Montego Bay and the ice I get to you, know, Peso. Easy, man. All right. Now, these two teams had good wins. Humble Lion and Molynes. They meet also on Sunday. Humble Lion versus Molynes United.
All right. Humble Lion is the game will be played at
where you know
Effortville.
I think it's at Effortville now. I think Humble Lion is the home team. Humble Lion versus Molynes. Brian, where your game playing? I think it's at home. It's been played at Effortville. So Fresh God said 2-0 at home for Humble Lion. Yeah.
But I can tell you, this Molynes team, and Sunday I watched them against Waterhouse. Was it a fluke win? They played well, they control the tempo of the game. Their goalkeeper is very good. Just Wright is playing some good football. Mr. Nelson is rounding into farm. This Molynes attack might very well surprise this Humble Lion outfit. But I'm going to go out on the limb and have this one for a draw. I'm going to have this one for a draw.
All right. You know that I think Humble Lion going to win this. I'll tell you why I think so. I like Molynes, but I think the Molynes defense line is too short. I think the Molynes defense they have a good left back, and what's his name play? Andre Clennon. They have some big tall players, and Xavier Virgo.
Yes, but I watched them against Dundee. And that Andre Clennon has been very, very wasteful in front of goal. He has been getting behind the defense line. He's just not hitting the target.
Yeah, but a lot of those have been on the ground ball. I'm talking about when it is played aerially. I think he will have a clear advantage over the Molynes defense. But I do believe that Molynes will score. I do believe like Jason Wright is a dangerous player. And the younger Nelson is playing well. They have some good players. And Janai Cunningham in midfield. And listen, and not only that, I think if Vanze get a free kick in this game, he's going to score it. I think he has been doing well this season in terms of his free kick. So I could see this being a 2-1 though, you know, in favor of Humble Lion, but I would not be surprised if Molynes leave down there with a draw. But I'm going to go 2-1 Humble Lion.
I will stick with the draw for this one. I think Vance will score and I think Wright will score.
Yeah. Vandy, so you're taking a draw. All right.
Yes.
Fresh
1-1
God
draw.
says, yeah. Brain Drain, welcome to the stream, Brain Drain. We have a question for you from Jason. So Brain Drain, this is a question that was posed earlier. It is from Jason to you. All right. So I'm going to put it up and then you can respond in the comment section. All right. This one says Vandy said that him kick 30 free kicks every training session. Chris Wayne says Mount Pleasant don't peak yet. Tapper saving that for the playoff. I wonder if Humble Lion peak too early. Hope they don't drop off in the playoff. Yeah. Peso says, Sir Christy, don't agree with you. Peter Harris is a shopkeeper. The keeper they sell to Vere is a much better keeper.
Well, Peso, did you watch the Waterhouse game? I think he won from Fletcher, which was destined for goal, the far corner. He went, to me personally, should have been the man. Was he the man of the match? I think he was the man of the match.
Yeah, he was the man of the match. He was the man of the match.
And rightfully so. He was excellent. If he replicates that game, it will be difficult for this Humble Lion team to get past him. However, it is like this Andrew Vanja kid. I think he's seen the goal bigger than everyone else now, so he'll find a way to get one in. If this Mullines team give up a lot of free kick around the area, Vanza will get one in the back of the net.
Yeah. So okay. All right. Who next? Yeah. So that's how about you? Humble Lion versus Mullines. Then we have Waterhouse versus Moby United. Moby United with a beautiful goal from Ewan Weatherly, getting a draw against Portmore United at home. They go away to play Waterhouse at Jerusalem, who lost their last game to their neighbors, Mullines United. Look very good in that game, but they lost. Waterhouse versus Moby United. What is your take on that one?
I watched the Waterhouse Mullines game. They were a little bit unfortunate. The keeper was very good. They will be at home. I just think that this Waterhouse team will get the better of this Moby outfit.
Yeah.
Moby, they are finding points hard to come by since recent. They started out very well. However, since the last 4 or 5 fixtures, they are finding points a little bit difficult to come by. So, I think the Waterhouse outfit will pack on some pressure on the woes of Mr. Donovan Lucky. By just maybe they had 2 goals to 1. I think Ati might very well find one tomorrow. On Sunday. However, I think Waterhouse will win the game.
So you're going Waterhouse to win?
Yes, sir.
All right. Moby United versus Waterhouse. I think I will go with that prediction as well. It's going to be at Jerusalem. And
yes. And if the fans start coming out for Waterhouse, they will add a little bit of extra energy to the team. It might be a long day for Moby.
But you know what? Dookie don't need to win the game. So, and he's a master at getting
keeping his shape, yeah.
Of getting draws. And the fact that he doesn't need to win the game could probably, it's not like a game like, oh my God, I'm in danger. He's on 17 points and Waterhouse is not far from him. So he can afford to go there and
keep
play.
his shape and make it
Yeah,
difficult for Waterhouse.
yeah.
And I realize when teams keep their shape against Waterhouse, they tend to have a little bit of indiscipline creeping in the ranks. So if Dookie comes out with that master plan, he could counterpunch them or even frustrate them to a draw. You're correct.
Yes, I think because he's playing away from home, I don't think he's going there trying to win. Like he probably tried just like what he did when he played was it Harborview away, just to go there to basically not to lose more than fight to win, and could come away with a point. But like I said, Waterhouse looked very good going forward against Malines, and so I am going to go with Waterhouse just eking this out with a 1-0 victory.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Then Chapeltown Maroons. They go up against Tivoli Gardens. Chapeltown Maroons, new addition of a new coach, still not able to get off the mark. So Chapeltown Maroons versus Tivoli Gardens. Tivoli playing some good football, but they played against a 10-man team
I
in
watched
the
that game, and they were wasteful in front of goal.
Wasteful in front of goal, yes.
But they are creating the chances, though, They are creating a whole lot of chances. They are just wasteful in front of goal. I watched that game.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
The Chapeltown defense line, they are not hard to break down. And the whip that
Tivoli.
Basically,
yeah.
Tivoli's strength will be Chapeltown's weakness. They are not very good on the flanks.
I think what I would say though is that in week 3, in week 3 of the new coach, I think he's beginning to get his imprint. I think the Tivoli game is a good game for him. And I don't think they are going to lose it. I think he picks up a point in this game.
Well, you're aware that is the clash of the Brazilians. There's a Brazilian down by Tivoli as well,
I've not seen him. People keep telling me that there's a Brazilian, but I don't see the Brazilian. He's a mystery
There's
man.
a Brazilian down by Tivoli as well. So let us see how that one will turn out.
Why can't I see him?
Not certain. There's a Brazilian down by Tivoli as well.
But I've never seen his name on a match card. So what role is he playing?
I'll have to do some more investigation on that, and the next show I can give you a more definitive answer. But I know the last time I checked, there was a Brazilian.
Somebody's asking if the Brazilian name is Dodos Ronaldo.
Yeah.
But the game is going to be played up by Ashenine Stadium, right? Because it's a Monday night game.
Yes. Yes.
Somebody's saying that the Teddy is the Brazilian. Juan Teddy. Teddy Lino. It's Teddy Lino John Cino. Oh, see a man saying that there is no Brazilian at Tivoli, my boss, to the best of my knowledge.
Well, one thing I can tell you, I met the gentleman. I don't know if he has resigned or was relieved of his duty, but I know that at the beginning of the season, I actually met the gentleman and had dialogue with him.
Okay. There was a Brazilian, but the Brazilian is not there anymore. Yeah. So
Okay.
Brian giving his score prediction. He says Malines 2, Humble Lion 1. All right. This is I didn't expect the Malines one to. He says Chapeltown 1, Tivoli 1. All right. He says Mount Pleasant 2, Harborview 1.
I like the predictions from Brian so far.
He says Waterhouse 3, Moby 1.
I like the predictions from Brian so far.
All right, and then he says, man, we know all about Vance's free kick. We felt it once already. We will not feel it again. Some people hear and learn. Mullines feel and learn. All right, and the final game of round 15 will be Cavaliers without Richard King going up against Vere. Vere has not lost in a while, you know. What is your take on that game? Cavaliers versus Vere.
And I can tell you, this is the Monday night game, right?
Yeah, the last game in Monday night. But you know that Vere has like 8 drawn results, Portmore have 9, you know. Like Vere really, when you look at Vere, they have only lost 4 games, you know. I mean, yeah, I mean, so they're right up there with some of the top teams in terms of games lost. They just draw a lot of games, but
imagine they had converted some of those drawn results to a win. They will be right there amongst the mix. Because I think Cavalier last 4 games already as well.
Yep. Yeah, so I think Cavalier rebound. They can't miss as many chances this game as they did in the last one. They missed so many opportunities in the last game, and then score a brilliant goal against who did they lose to 2-1? Arnett Gardens. I think they rebound to win this one.
I think that Chanel Thomas will. I think Arnett Gardens. I mean, Cavalier win all the games that Chanel Thomas started. I stand corrected, but most if not all of the game that he starts.
So are you questioning the coaches out there?
No, I'm just
what kind of coaches out there at Cavalier have a player that every time he plays and starts they win and they put him on the bench? We need to find who coaches Cavaliers. We need to.
Well, I know the sporting director over my Cavalier.
Oh, look at this! He must have been listening to the stream.
Think of the man on your
right. What do you have for me now? Paul Chris sit on top, comfortable.
No, the man said that every time Shani Thomas plays, you win. So we want to know, why did you bench him the last game?
That's not true. Every time player win.
I stand corrected though, but I almost certain every time I see
he starts. Every time he starts, that was the exact word. Every time he starts, you win.
No, that's not true. Because we never win against Montego Bay. I will never win against Waterhouse. So it's not true.
Well, when you see what he can do against the handed outfit, I'm almost, you know what, let me leave you alone. But I think you will start to against this Vere team.
Yeah, but he'll be without Richard King. But I think he has some competent replacement.
And Allen, both of them is out.
Okay. Yeah. So let me ask a question, because as I know Topi got a red, King got a red, and they were straight red card. Are red cards appealing? I've never heard about a red card being overturned in the league. Has that ever happened?
But it don't make no sense in a King case now. Not because
At least you miss a game.
no, but him
I think the only way it's turned if you have it's turned over if you have video evidence to show that maybe the wrong player get the red card, then that can be overturned.
Look here, we appeal Webster red card and them not even look funny. Remember when Webster get the red card against Harborview? Where the man clearly buck him in the head back. You remember the red card he get? And him get the card. You remember that one last year?
Yeah. From last year.
They're not even here the appeal.
Oh, so once somebody get a card, that is it. There's no appeal or there's no rescinding of the card.
Yeah, man. Remember, you have a hearing, you know. So anything possibly in the hearing, you know. And the hearing would most time it's before the next game.
I think what Mr. Speed and I are saying though is that there's never been a situation where the card is actually rescinded.
No, I don't know of any.
No, but there's opportunity if you have a case that you can present with video evidence.
We did present
it's
video
basically
evidence.
A court you're going into, you know.
We present video evidence and then still never.
Yeah, because Brian is saying that Mannings, we don't have the technology available to facilitate appeals and cards, my boss. Because the referee may say the angle that your camera is at is not the best angle. So it wouldn't make sense. But Mr. Speed, you know the fixtures, we have gone through it and given our prediction. I mean, Mr. Christie, you never gave a prediction for the Cavaliers game. I did say Cavaliers is going to rebound with a win. But you never gave me a
Him not give me a prediction. He want me drop further down so he can run away with the team.
You notice every time Cavalier lose a game, they rebound with a window.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes. But
yeah, so if you stay true to form, they should be rebounding with a win this game around. But
Allen is out on card accumulation. Fresh card was asking. But
okay.
All me can say, and I don't know if it'll get me in trouble one way or the other. All me know, last two games I will play, in my mind, I don't know if we're going to win because nowadays you can use two goalkeepers against so you don't even make a difference.
Well, I can tell you created a lot of chance against Arnett. But we're more efficient in front of them.
No, me talk about the hands against Arnett, the hands against Montego Bay. Brother, you cannot do anything. Even the second goal.
What hands you talking about, Mr. Speed?
No, we'll kick the ball from player hand. Pick the ball and player hands the ball. You never see
Mr. Speed, listen to me, man. I told you last week that your comments are irresponsible. Why are you questioning the judgment of the referee? Over the season, everything will balance out, you know.
No, Paul. You ever say we get a penalty? You ever say we get a penalty?
Yes. When? Yes, you got a penalty against Dunbowling.
Oh, that's the only one you can remember, don't you?
No, you asked me. So, and I'm saying over the course of the season.
Oh, no,
it
not
can be that busy the player for Dunbowling as well as the season. But that's just the judgment of the referee. Over the course of the season, everything will balance out.
Balance out what last season we get any? Let's ask you. Come on.
Brian, how much penalty Mullines get?
How much you get, Paul?
I get 2 penalties.
Allah ya tell. You get 2 in
2
one
penalties,
match.
Yeah, you get 3.
You get 2 in one match.
So which other game I get penalties?
You?
Which other games I get penalties?
Look here, when I think it's easy for Cavalier win anything, when I always say me get things hard. Me have to play Arnett gather the yard twice. I saw the man.
Yeah, but it look like it's a Cavaliers thing because when you play and get red card last night too.
Yes. I remember the first red card. No. Remember the first red card that we get Arnett. You know, the referee asks the man, tell him who so he not give him the card. Brother, we get the most red card. And we are not one dirty team. We get the most card. Sometimes I have to sit down and I say, what is? I wonder if I'm me are the problem still. But it's obvious. Come on. We fall 7 times, we get 4 card. And it's fall 12 times, then get no card. I don't think if you cannot, we look at the stats, you know, and I say, what is? So me have to tell my player them now, the whole week say, yo, don't even say nothing, you know. Talk to the ref. Just, you know, nobody try play early and clean. Because for the second goal, the man was fouling busy. And the players continue. And the man, and so the player, kind of hesitate now. That's why the guy beat him so easy, you know. And then we look the ball in the back and we come on. We're not going like we're not see the game. We're not see the game.
Well, Brian says management Mount Pleasant got 4 PKs in 2 games.
Of course.
Which 2 games them get?
2 against Mullines and 2 against Moby.
2 against Moby. Okay. Mullines had 2 PKs.
Oh, and then get 2 against Dunby Walling.
Yeah, they get 2 against Dunby Walling, but then they get 2 against no Moby.
I don't know about Moby. They get 2
Moby got a penalty against them. They didn't score a penalty against Moby. Moby got a penalty against him in the 5-1 game.
Yeah, I've done bowling and get the 2 against.
Yeah.
I'm part of that boy and get 2.
We got 4 penalties at Mount Pleasant. 4.
Yeah.
2 against Dunbowling, 2 against Mullines.
Okay. And one against Mullines, and against Moby, and 2 against Dunby Holden. 1 against Mullines, 1 against Moby, and 2 against Dunby Holden. But why the games are Pesa is asking Mr. Speed why the games are not at Stadium East like your game? Cause in Stadium East you actually ground.
Look here, we're right. I asked, say, why are we going back to Arnett twice for this season? And nobody don't pay no money. Let's put it back there next time. We'll get the next red card and.
Yeah, but isn't the Stadium East better than? Like I like the game at Stadium East still. Maybe I don't know because it's a night game, but I don't know.
Mount Pleasant get 1 against Moby too. Somebody say so. Brian always right.
1 against Moby, 1 against Mullines,
2 against Mullines. 2 against Mullines.
1, and 2 against 2 against
Mullines.
A 1 man.
Years now we not get a penalty. And because we not see them, but we just not get none. For some reason. Not because we not think said it should be. Against Moby where they are in the man and they up on shoulder, like up so.
But I guess every coach can come on and say them have some
No. You ever see a top team never get a penalty yet? Come on.
Yeah, but because they have to promote your goal outside of the box.
Yeah, but Mr. Speed, be fair though. Let us be fair and raise the game objectively. But like a call why you didn't win the game.
Mornings, you hear me?
You were wasteful in front of goal.
Yeah.
We have 2 penalty shout what we think we should have get.
Mr. Speed, I watched the game from minute 1 to minute 90.
You were
Arnett got about 3 chances, missed 1 and scored 2. You got about 9 or 10 chances.
You only glad say we lose. That's all you do. That's all you are glad say we have. You know what nothing.
Brad,
you talk about 4 penalty them where you get a 5 penalty against
a 2 penalty against Mullines. The first 2 goal of penalty.
Of course. And
so
2 against.
Yeah, but if we are the most attacking team in the JPL, the record don't lie, no, Mr. Speed.
You're right. And we are the
people
second.
People try to take us out.
Well, I know. You wish most attacking team. Let me just tell you how the records there. Let me ask you. You wish most attacking team, man.
Then them score the most goal in the league.
Well, I'm soon deal with you. I'm soon deal with both you and him will come from Mount Pleasant.
We want them to come from Mount Pleasant. I'm an independent content creator.
I'm not an independent boy.
The numbers don't lie, Mr. Speed. Who scored the most goal in the Premier League?
So you scored 27 goals, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Man, yo, make me case in that man's now. You scored, from record here, I say 27 goals, right?
Yes.
And Garden scored 24 and Cavalier scored 24.
Yes.
You get
how much Arnett Garden score?
24. Yeah.
How much Cavalier score?
24 too. You get
so who is the most attacking team in Jamaica Premier League presently?
Let me make the point now, man. You get 3 against Chapeltown Maroon, right? You never scored them. So you're back to 24 just like it. Well, not just well. And then you get 5 penalty. So what you mean by your most attacking team?
So what does have to do with anything? Then if you're not attacking, you get penalty.
Take out those.
So Mr. Speed, slow down. Hold on. All right, since we're going to if, all right, if we didn't score our penalties, then we wouldn't be on top of the league. But however, if you had scored 6 out of your 9 chances, you would be on top of the league.
I saw the interview from the Dunbowling coach, you know. I saw the interview. Just saying.
All right, Brian. What say you, Brian? Because you're the splitter of all things on the show. So go ahead, make your case.
No, I'm not independent. I'm biased to Mullines.
All right, the penalties that Mount Pleasant got against Mullines in that game. What was your take on them?
No, they're not questionable.
Okay.
But I saw the penalties against Dundee. One of them look very questionable.
Okay.
From the angle which I saw it.
Which one, Mr. Mighty?
First one.
The one that he took out the player?
No, that's
run straight through the back of the player. The ball was coming to the player's chest. Anywhere else on the field, that will be a clear foul.
No, Paul, that's the second one. I'm talking about the first one.
Yo, me never see
remind me about the first one again.
2 years.
Just remind me about the first.
Me never see a team play 3 years and not get a penalty. A one and get one penalty.
But Mr. Speed, you really because you don't play with a forward in the box, you know.
Okay, so
Speed, you don't use a number 9, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Always score so much goal.
You don't use a number 9.
Because your false 9 works effectively and efficiently.
But we don't know where you attack. There are 2 number 9 to use. How where you come from, Paul? A 2 number 9 to use. Where you get that foolishness from?
What are the number 9s that you use?
I have gone to see people are sure where team should I get penalty and my team them feature most. I talk about referees, me say I make presentation and show say, yeah, that's right.
I was at the down bowling game. The down bowling people were livid. The down bowling people were livid because they thought that the player right in the corner of the box when busy went straight through the player. There was no call. And I said before, I won't stay on the show and argue that because over the course of the season, everything will balance itself out. You might miss a blatant penalty, but over the season, you might get one that is 50-50, and that's the nature of the game. This is why we love the game. This is why the game is so beautiful.
Cavalier,
like, for example, everybody have Mount Pleasant to Railroad and Steamroll, Falkland on Sunday. However, when the game started, it was a different thing. This is why people love the game. It is so unpredictable.
Yeah, one thing predictable. You know, stop get penalty before season done. I'm sure so that predictable.
And as I said before, if you keep on attacking, it's highly likely that you might get penalty.
At 3 years now, one to get.
That means you need to increase it. But you're attacking as well. You think you're at second or third in the scoring table, on the scoring chart.
Tell us, Arnett and Cavalier have 24 goals each. Mount Pleasant have 27. That's what is there.
All right, these are 2 administrators. Brian Jensen, Sir Speed uses 2 false 9. A fresh guy say, he's Cavalier. Colin Anderson is Cavaliers. Yeah. Man say take out half the stats, Mr. Speed. Yeah.
And half the stats in 2 things me refer to. Just the free goal.
And then Brian says that the JPL PFJL cannot afford Stadium East.
That's not true. It's not the most expensive venue.
I don't think that's true either. There are some very fine lines between all of the venues.
Relative to other venues, it is more expensive. That is my understanding.
Let me tell you, a lot of fans don't come out to Stadium East. I don't know about the expense.
No, man, the last game I was at Stadium East, man. There was a lot of fans there, man.
Yeah, man, it's because you were there.
It wasn't because I was there. A lot of fans go to Stadium East, man. Come on, man.
I mean, I think it depends on the teams that are playing. But yeah, they had a good crowd the last time, though.
But I'm wondering, though, what is because Arnett Garden seemed to get a lot of games. What is it? The attendance, what is it? Is that people fly? I mean, the turnout is better than when the games are played up by JC.
Yeah, but it don't really matter, you know. The fairness of the thing is that a man can't play him home twice in a 2 round. That don't make no sense. And if say is money because everybody know about home court advantage. The game just play different than the your home court. Everybody know that. I mean, who know that more than Mount Pleasant? You're Mount Pleasant coach say, boy, they have to learn to play away from home. So if somebody play at their home all the time, what do you think of that? But it's okay because one thing we know, just like night follow day and day follow night, the playoff games will be at neutral venue. So let me see what I got.
But like you want to have a vendetta.
So, Mr. Speed, when you'll be playing Mount Pleasant again? Next fixture?
And you then care about Mount Pleasant, me not come.
No, when will you be playing the next fixture? Your next fixture is your next fixture against Mount Pleasant?
You don't know who you are playing next.
No, but because I'm because I hear you speaking about Mount Pleasant.
Tell you say if the match is playing at Mount Pleasant, Cavalier not
I see you speak about Mount Pleasant with such passion and obsession. I'm wondering.
No man, I like Mount Pleasant. I like Mount Pleasant. Know what you say? Like Mount Pleasant. You know, but try to get between me and Mount Pleasant. You're just an employee down there. Don't try to get between me and the owner. Me and the owner good. Love the owner.
So who Mount Pleasant you have problem with?
Me just tell Paul Christian about that try to get between me and the owner. I tell him that. Me and the owner good. But
I will never ever try to do any such thing, sir.
Just watch it. Fix up your statement when you talk about me have problem with Mount Pleasant. Fix up it. You know, no problem with Mount Pleasant.
That's so you have a problem with Mount Pleasant. I'm saying that you speak of Mount Pleasant with such passion.
Yes, it's my right.
And obsession, as if
no,
I was almost led to believe that Mount Pleasant will with your next fixture. That's why I asked for clarification.
All right, just correct yourself. We play 13 times, I win 6, them win 2, and the rest draw. Come on. Where's this obsession? I'm me in charge. Where's the obsession? You have to understand life. There's no obsession.
All right, so let me tell you when you guys supposed to play Cavaliers versus well, this is in March. You have Cavaliers versus Chapeltown Maroons. Cavaliers versus Vere. Then Cavalier plays Chapeltown Maroons. Then Cavaliers will play against let me see. Cavaliers. Where is it? Cavaliers versus Mount Pleasant, man. March the 6th. Hold on there. Where this going to play? Stadium East. RJ.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The man get him wish. Stadium East RJC. Man is one of the dead at that game there, you know, sir. You understand me? Because battle. Top
so all of a sudden, I can't afford Stadium East based on.
That's why I don't understand what this is. And I know for a fact that I see.
It says RJC. Taparino versus Rudaldino.
Mr. Speed will decide where the game plays. Is his home fixture? I can't decide if you want.
Paul, stop those things that people believe you. I don't know when none of my game I play. Not even one.
All
I am asking. I know
so
because
I'm not get fixtures.
No, I am participating in to make the league get to have a TV televised game. A lot of clubs ask for their home game and they get it. I have not asked for any because we need some teams to be able to play in the televised game. So I have not asked for any. All I ask is that I don't go back to one club or home, you know, 2 times.
But Mount Pleasant does not schedule to play any 2 teams back to back at Jacksal, Mr. Speed.
That's incorrect.
That is not scheduled at any point.
Paul, that is incorrect. Because you'll be playing Mullines there twice now. That is incorrect.
Yeah, with the exception of Mullines. I stand corrected. With the exception of Mullines. But Mullines choose to have their home game at Jacksal. That was Mullines' choice.
No, Paul. There was no choice given.
Don't tell me that, Mr. Martin. Don't tell me that. You just did not take up the choice.
Paul,
last week, hold on a second. As recent as last week, Falkland was scheduled to play their home game at Jackson. They got an alternate field and moved it to Westport Park. You have that opportunity as well, sir. It is not why you're saying that the PFJL is giving Falkland benefits that Mullines don't get.
Paul,
Hey, it does happen, you know. Some people get benefits where other people don't get.
And there was no choice given, Paul.
Well, I'm not aware of that. So I can't speak in an irresponsible way. What I do know, I can speak of the fact. The fact is that the game was scheduled to play at Jackson. However, Falkland had presented a field and the game had subsequently moved to Westport Park. 2 weeks, hold on. 2 weeks before, Chapeltown Maroon was scheduled to play their home game at Jackson. Chapeltown presented an alternate field at Effortville, and this fixture was moved to Effortville. I know that that's a factual statement I just made.
Right,
so I am saying this, Mullines also have that option. If they choose to take it up or don't take it up, that is not the problem of Mount Pleasant.
Paul, so you're going to allow me to respond now?
Go right ahead, sir.
I put it to you that when you have a home game, it's a televised game, you do not get a choice in where the game is played. And I'm telling you that the first fixture was a televised game and no choice was given as to where the game was going to be.
Well, yes, you are correct to some extent where that is concerned.
No, I am correct to every extent.
He's correct. That's what happened to me last week.
Hold on now. So you are saying that because the home fixture was a home game for and it was scheduled for. You are expecting Mount Pleasant now to go ahead and give up their home fixture now? The return leg is a home fixture for Mount Pleasant now.
Well, I'm not expecting anything. You said on the program that Mount Pleasant.
And I'm saying, and I stood corrected. I said that with the exception of Mullines, who played their home fixture at Jackson.
Okay, Paul.
And if we want to get technical, Jackson is not the home venue for Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant is still preparing its home venue.
Yeah, that brother are ridiculous now. This man ridiculous, you know. Paul, you lose our fire, Paul. You lose our fire, Paul. Me not telling you lose after you.
Mount Pleasant is still preparing its home venue.
So Jackson is not Mount Pleasant home venue.
So Jackson is an away venue.
Mount Pleasant does not play the home venue from the beginning of the season. The St. Anne Football Association, they run.
Mr. Christie, you will get yourself in a problem with that.
Christie, you know how much people here, even the coaching staff, are talking about how them not play well away from home. So where's their home? Where's them play where them say them play better at home and they not play somewhere good away and them have to fix their way? Where was that coaching staff? What was the coaching staff referring to? Where was they referring to? Paul?
I did not hear that interview, so I can't speak on something that I didn't.
Man, you can't bring it up and make him sit.
Huh?
You can't bring him up and make him sit when coaching staff are talking about him not play well away from home.
Yeah, Mr. Christie, that came up in the interview. We're not going to go back to that, but we are trying for we're not in the interview, though, man.
Mr. Speed, what I think the coach was saying, and I did not hear the interview, so I'm going to go out on a limb. I think I think the coach is speaking home in the terms of the parish of St. Anne.
I hope you drop off at the limb. I hope you drop off.
All right, so we have the team of the week on the screen, right? We're playing a 4-3-3. Of course, it is subject to change, right? And this is generally for me, and normally put the players for the most part whose team won. If you lose or draw, it's very difficult for you to make the team of the week. If you know, so teams who win and the players contribute to the game, they normally make the team of the week. All right. So
well, a man say he's a lizard, you're gone on a limb. You must be a chameleon.
So here we go, and it's subject to change. So I have in goal Peter Harrison.
Marines, who is player number 4?
I don't have a left back yet, so I'm going to. That's why I left that one up for discussion. All right. Some have this player named Brown. I think he's from Lions.
No, Brown is from Waterhouse. Alanda Brown.
No, he's not.
No,
Javon Brown.
Right? Yeah, but I have Ewan Weatherly. Ewan Weatherly had a good game. He scored in the equalizer for Mobile United. But I mean, if you watch the game on Mobile, the MBU TV, really, really good game. All right.
Yeah, Mannings, but you know who would have put there? Well, watch a game there, but I know Ewan Weatherly name, John and Weatherly.
Eh?
I know Ewan Weatherly name still, but I would have picked the youth from Arnett. What name?
Deacon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deacon scored.
No, he had 2 assists.
Yeah, but
Deacon was the man of the match in speed game, you know.
Okay. That's true, you know. Deacon play out there, you know. And Fabian Reed also scored in the game. So Jason Wright scored and played well. All right, so let's put Demar Deacon. Very tough one because Ewan Wesley played good right throughout the game. I'm telling you. I would have put, and he scored a brilliant goal. You saw the goal, man? Any of you saw the goal?
I didn't. No, I haven't seen it.
Brilliant goal that brilliant goal he scored. All right, so, but a couple of people said that, but and then Alex Marshall. All right. Jaheim Thomas from Arnett Gardens also had a good game. Bradford of Waterhouse had a good game as well, but very tough to make this one. Vanzi, I start Jaheim Thomas and Alex Marshall because I thought Alex Marshall had a good game. Peter Harrison, Mullines keeper. Fitzroy Cunningham played well. Ryan Wellington from Harborview, I thought had a very good game and helping Harborview win that game. Yeah. But I don't have anybody at left back. I mean,
Man, but I'm telling Javon Brown already.
Yeah.
Well, he was in what name MG Sports team of the week.
All right, but say really and truly still. Me no know Javon JAVON.
No, JEVAUGHN.
VAUGHN.
Yeah. Next time Mullins will you watch him?
No, man. Remember, I had him for the team of the week last week, you know. But because thing they had a good game. Guy from
No, Russell, you had Russell last week.
Right. But he did play well. But I'm not saying he didn't play well, but just want to make sure. But I think Ewan Wesley deserve a spot.
You can get an honorable mention.
Even Bradford for Waterhouse played well. The man the Portmore left back was there last week. He never had a good game, and Portmore game went. Yeah, man, he can. Man can't help them team win. Coach Speed, what say you about the team of the week? And Sir Christy, no Cavaliers player this week, no Mount Pleasant player. Don't quarrel too much. A red card all players from the club for this week, team of the week. One loss and one tie. Mr. Christie. Not here.
I have very little opposition to your team. All these players have displayed some good performances during week 14. So I don't really have a lot of challenge where that is concerned. Well, you know that if I had any form of challenge, I would have made my voice
The one thing I do
heard.
is still,
So
personally for me, I feel like me need to drop Fabian Reed because he made the man get red card and not get no touch, and put Jason Wright forward and put you and Wesley in a team.
nah, man, I wouldn't agree with that. Listen,
Because he made the Cavaliers man get
and
red
he
card.
made the hold on, and he made he was very cunning, and the referee bought it. He sold something to the referee, and the referee bought it. That is his job to do whatever it takes to make it
What about
to give
Portmore
it
left back
his
when he's
team.
Chopper? That one can him play good almost every week.
That's Emilio.
What's up?
Emilio Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this guy from Mullins last week and this week he was very instrumental. Fitzroy Cunningham is the captain for Vere, the centre back. Good defender. Cummins. Let me get Cunningham. Cummins. Sorry.
Yeah, but you know that there was a player who got a red card for Vere. When they interviewed the Tivoli player, he might say, "For do what you do to make the man get a red card."
So what's the difference with that player and Fabian now? You have to know what you have to do to get him an advantage.
No, sir,
if it means advantage in goal or advantage.
No, Mr. Christie.
I don't think Jason Wright can play out there, so do you know? Jason
That's
Wright,
what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would drop Fabian Reed, put Jason Wright in the middle, because I thought he played better than Fabian Reed.
I don't agree with that. Fabian Reed, ask Mr. Speed if you agree with that. Ask Mr. Speed.
So you don't ask him?
Ask Mr. Speed. You ask Mr. Speed.
You in a malice with him? You don't ask him?
No, man. No, but you make the statement that I'm asking you. Don't even listen to what I was.
Are we happy the two?
Ask Mr. Speed.
Mr. Speed. It might say you for answer.
I wouldn't just Fabian Reed.
Brian, what say you?
Brian is a Mullins man. What you think Brian gonna say? My advocate for him player to go out there, but me with an objective eye, I thought Fabian Reed gave that stout and stubborn Cavalier defense line work to do for the entire 90 minutes. Jason Wright was in and out of the game.
No, man. You
I'm not asking you. I watch the game.
The man that kill what different them with turn, man.
In and out of the game.
No, man, you never watch the game, Mr. Christie, man. You know watch the game, man. You know watch the game. You don't think you watch the game.
You're aware that Waterhouse got more chance than Mullins.
That no, we are talking about Jason Wright. We not talk about
Tell me one save the goalkeeper made off Jason Wright. Tell me one save.
Off Jason Wright, but whether Jason Wright.
No, keeper never save with him. Hit the post.
Yeah, man, and him score. And he was part of the goal as well.
Man, you asked me a question. What you were saying? Sorry,
all right. No, Mr. Christie is saying, because you said about Jason Wright, he's saying that who was better over the weekend, Jason Wright or Fabian Reed?
Jason was more instrumental. I think so. Fabian scored, yes, but otherwise from that, I mean, Arnett Garden really only take 4 shots at our goal and 2 go on target and the boat going, you know. We take like 14.
All right.
It's not like
what have you to say now? What have you to say now? About if it's a speed bias, true, he make man get red card. What?
Yes. Because there was that can be measured.
No. I mean,
Fabian Reed had on the game.
What impact him had?
I'm take out your national defender. Defender normally take out forward, him take out your national defender.
No, but it probably is a good thing is after that we score.
No, I don't know about that.
After that we score is a fact.
Shannon Thomas. Yeah, you scored.
Yeah, after that is a fact.
No, man, it's when you brought on, two of them not correlated. The fact is, you go like Channing Thomas was on the field and was wasteful before. No. When you brought all of the wasteful man were still on the field, and some of them came off, and you brought on Channing Thomas and he showed them how it is done.
It's after King get the red card, Channing Thomas score. I'm not asking.
And I'm not arguing that point. I'm saying it's not the two are not correlated. While you were level, you were dominating the game in terms of chance, while King was on the field. And I'm saying it's just ironic that you brought on Channing Thomas after he got red card, but he got one chance and scored it. As a matter of fact, he created his own chance. These other men got chances on a platter and did not score.
Jason Wright was really good, though. I would give Jason Wright the edge in this one. Jason can't play a wing neither. I'm not fast enough. So, I mean, if you're picking a team, you have to pick a team. I would give Jason Wright. Jason Wright come on a long way, and him very dangerous. And I would give him the edge based on what I saw, to be honest.
All right, so that looked like the team of the week set.
All right.
In Brian, you okay with the team, sir?
Mr. Speed, I'm a little bit of bad mind in where that is concerned. I feel like the King shouldn't get the red card, and is Fabian.
Have I ever said that since I come on the program, Mr. Moderator? You can protect me from this man. Moderator, you can protect me from this one. Can you protect me from Paul Christie?
It's what I'm ready, you know.
You want to give some protection from him.
It's what I'm ready, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're going to ask our next question. You're asking about somebody else, Mr. Speed.
No, like who?
No, I thought you were going to ask about a player.
No. You put in, you still have a Javon Brown.
Yeah, you're asking about the Portmore left back, which is what's his name again? Emilio Russell. But yeah, I think this guy saved a couple of I would call opportunities. So I think do think they're played well. Yeah, I think, yeah, man. I give it to I'm going to give it to him. I think the one player that could come in is he plays for Waterhouse. I thought he had a good game. Shaquille Bradford. Really think Waterhouse is really playing good, you know. I don't know. I mean, when we say they are playing better, it's like they're getting back to their old ways, and maybe they have a plan to really just get their season going in time for playoffs and all of that. You know, so but that is a team of the week. Like I said, no Cavalier player making it this week, no Mount Pleasant player either making the team of the week. But I think it's a good enough team.
What do you mean no Mount Pleasant player not make it?
No, man. No, man. I mean, they can't draw with Falkland and make team, man. They can't make team, man.
Well, I will Paul agree with you.
So Mr. Christie.
Maybe, you know, yes, Paul, you know, Paul like you do start name sporting director of the week.
No. Hey, that's a good one. So who is the coach of the week?
Who is the coach of the week?
Who coached the team of the week?
Who coached the team of the week?
You have to beat up Mullines, you know, because them pull off the biggest upset. Either Mullines or Parson coach.
Alex, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Who gets it? Alex or Gregory Palmer?
I'll bet with.
Okay, but what about any Mount Pleasant player deserve a shout?
You mean for the second team?
No, me ask Mr. Christie on the first team.
No, the team is complete already. So whether or not a Mount Pleasant player is in line, that will have to be for next week. The team is complete already.
Boy, are you okay with it? You because no I'm asking you because there are no Mount Pleasant players.
There were 3 or maybe 4 Mount Pleasant players on the team. That is how it is. Sometimes you're in, sometimes you're out. If you want
somebody say a price should get it.
Perform consistent.
Yeah. Somebody, a couple of Ice King and Fresh God is wondering about Coach Andrew Price from Humble Lion. I think the Alex the Mullines win
I
over
would give Alex. I would give Mullines the coach of the week for this week, though.
Yeah, because to be fair, Humble Lion
But,
is in the top 5.
yeah, and Mullines went in as underdog against the former
Yeah.
champion.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, but that's the team of the week. Mr. Speed, I mean, just 2 players you're out this week. So, King and Allen.
Well, when you bench thin, 2 is a lot.
You have youngsters coming through, man.
Somebody will just go down to the factory, man.
Send the factory, part of the factory gone under 17.
Mr. Speed, you're contradicting yourself. You are the one who said that you don't have problem with players. If 10 out, you can bring in another 20. That's what you said in a subsequent interview.
First of all, I would never say that because I understand maths, arithmetic. Why would 10 out and I bring in 20? It don't make no sense.
And you would put in 10 and leave 10. That's how good that you are, sir. You would put in 10 and leave 10.
No, that sounds like a Samfi, man. You lose 10 out of your team and you bring in 20. That don't make sense.
No, you bring in 10. Yeah, you bring in 10 to cover those 10 because you say you have a factory.
Of course, you have a factory.
Listen, we're going to
ready
do a
to play is a different thing.
Yeah, Brian,
the factory ready to send out the goods is a different thing. But me also, we must have missing Russell too, with a long-term injury. I'm missing Jedin, so we have some injuries.
I'm going to do a show called the Managers Podcast and leave Speed and Christy on it.
So we have 2 injuries too. We have 2 injuries, and then we have 2 injuries, and we have 2 out. So yeah, and then we have 3 players overseas. So it's a little. We have some misses,
Did any additional Cavalier player get called to the camp this week? Or is it the same group?
No, it's the same group.
What about you, Brian? Any Mullines player, any additional Mullines player got a look in? Or just Jason Wright?
No.
Okay, because I know that Lamar Walker was added. I understand. So.
Which team Lamar Walker running out from?
I understand that Mount Pleasant.
Portmore United. Man, you can't take them more player than Mount Pleasant, brother.
Eh?
You can't take them more player than Mount Pleasant.
I thought it was Mount. Mr. Christie, I thought you said what was it? Was it Portmore you said?
Yeah, man, but I put my play.
Come this weekend.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Mr. Speed, anything?
Sorry, where you say Lamar is?
They say Portmore United.
It's Portmore.
Oh, I thought you said it was at Mount Pleasant.
I don't. Yeah, I thought that's where he was.
That's Christy. I didn't see Nick on the bench last week. What happened? The stomach.
Mr. Christie.
Yes, sir. I did not hear that though. You can repeat.
You're talking about my players. I did not see Mr. Nicky Daly on the bench last week. What happened?
Well, I one thing I can tell you, he is fully registered. He played the previous week. You remember the coach is into the rotation of players, So you might very well see him this Sunday against the defending champion. You'll never know.
Okay. Just checking. Because I remember one of the time he was being touted as the person who's going to come and score the goals. So that's why I was asked.
But that's the good thing about football. It's ever evolving, ever dynamic. So the change will always be constant in football.
I was going to ask about another player, but I realized that you don't want to talk about it. So
why Jamai Trophy was on the bench after returning from red card?
I could ask him that too, but because he know everything about Cavaliers, it's good to ask him some questions.
No, well, hold on. We can speak of Jamai. Jamai has played 12 consecutive games. So chances are the coach might just look at giving him a rest. And Ladell Richie came in and did well the game before. So, yeah.
Somebody said
Remember, I got
ask you
long
about
season.
Bygrave. What happened to Bygrave last week?
Bygrave played last week.
Are you playing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Ice King TV himself, Bygrave play.
Bygrave played against Parkland.
Yeah, and Devante Campbell was injured. I know.
And Devante was injured.
Yeah, and Makwan Aldridge is not yet into the thick of things.
What about the player that you transfer from Cavalier by the name of Ellis? Is he on the squad yet?
Yes, sir. He's on the squad.
No. Was he in the squad for last week? Was he on the card, the match card?
No, he wasn't fully registered for last week.
So he's not in the squad.
I think you're speaking about going forward. He's in the squad. But the coach is the only person that has the authority to pick any 20 for any game day.
So he was not in the squad.
He's available.
Okay. Just checking.
He's available for selection. Yeah.
Yes, sir. He's available for selection.
All right, so double header at the National at Ashanine Stadium on Monday. Double header at Draxall, 1 o'clock and 3:15. Man is man. I am sure sports will be there. First 50 ladies in blue will be let through free. Kids under 12 don't pay to enter the venue. You understand me? Lots of giveaways from the sponsors. I hear. You understand? Mr. Christian, I forget the giveaway thing right, because the last time the giveaway was done, we hear that the price were not there. And the car was not there to bring the stuff, and then the next week, we don't hear nothing, and the youth them keep asking.
No. Let me address that. There was a little bit of logistical issues for the previous fixture. However, all the players the patrons who had one price, their prices, they would have gotten their prices last week.
No, man, they're not getting the price. Last week when they play a Moby, man, the week when they got the price, is some money was
the following week. All right, let me say this again. They did not get the Lion, the prices that were awarded at the Lion game. However, at the Dumb Bowling game, they would have gotten their prices.
Well, what I'm saying though is that what they were given, because I was the person who collected the name. I said that no price, man. Nicer thing than that, man. I look at kids them, man.
And I take what you're saying, and we are constantly improving, we're constantly getting better, man. And we are always open for suggestions.
Could I get the youth them all? You understand me? Look at you them probably a look at shin guard or a you want give the, if it's youth you're doing, you want to give them things, or a little ball, a size 4 ball, or a little shin guard, and you understand me? Just small things like that, a pair of football socks. I think, there's something like that, I think, still. But it's a good gesture.
And at Mount Pleasant, we always well session. So, and these will be implemented as we go along.
Good gesture still. All right, big up. And Cavaliers, when Cavaliers play, be a Fasca oats people. You understand me? You drink all different oats, different kind of way. Oats porridge, oats punch. You understand me? When Cavaliers play, one thing me I tell you, the oats truck always park up. You understand me? Go right, Mr. Speed.
You just say so.
This is the only team for real, that anywhere they go, we have to give Cavaliers that their sponsor, the oats people, them are there. Fasca oats, giving away. You understand me? Yeah. So I don't know, but Mount Pleasant sponsors are like house, and they can't give a house on them things.
No, that's what I was about to make that point, sir. The dynamics as it relates to the sponsor is a little bit different and unfair to the sponsor. Mount Pleasant.
A house, the people that need it, they can't give a house. Yeah, man. All right, well, people, we have come to the end of this one, Want to thank you all for, as usual, joining the JPL preview and review show with Mr. Paul Christie, Rudolph Speed, Brian Mighton, and your host, Management. Like again, I said, big thank you to you. Really appreciate your company today. Enjoy the rest of the day. And listen, people, go support the game. You know, go support the game. People like Balakar and Peso, watch the game, them man. Listen, the ones who criticize the local football, go out and support the football. Pay your $1,000 and go watch a game, so the club them can have some money. You understand me? I have Mulline shirt. Me not get no Mount Pleasant shirt yet. You understand me? You go sign a transfer sheet. You understand me? I'm taking my talent elsewhere. You understand? Because Mullines give me shirt in and there's something there. I get none from Cavaliers yet. But you don't know. You understand me? The team them me support the most, not really. You understand me? Show money is money.
But you realize that Cavalier have shirt. He said one all the way to New York the other day, you know.
Yeah.
But the reason why you're not getting the Mount Pleasant shirt is because they don't arrive as yet, and they'll be arriving very soon.
Well, the man tell me say, nah, give me no Cavalier shirt because I'm a Mount Pleasant fan here, sir.
Next time we give him a Cavalier shirt and then go put Mount Pleasant on it. The face, me sure.
Yeah, but all right, but big up people, big up all the press in the comment section as usual. Hit the like button, please. Go out and support the game. Cavaliers playing at Ashenine Stadium, right? Double header. Cavaliers versus Vere and Tivoli versus Chapeltown Maroons. You understand me? Go and support the game. For real. Draxal Sunday. Double header. Lot of the vloggers gonna be out there too, you know. So we want to meet them, we want to meet man like Minzy, Unseen, Military, Mannings man. All of us will be there.
Where are you going to be?
Draxal.
Oh.
Because the Monday night are your game.
You want to not come Monday night?
No man.
You not come Monday night?
Yeah. We go there the game.
No man, to be fair to the bloggers, I've seen them at Monday night games, a lot of Monday night games as well.
Man. Yeah.
You see management at Monday night game?
Of course. What you mean? Them me and Christina they are stadium east.
Including management.
Listen, me prefer in the game them play a stadium east. That's why I tell them I like stadium east.
You know, most like a good venue.
Yeah, but they don't play the game at stadium east, so that's the problem. They don't play the game at stadium east. The Monday night game them. You understand me? But people, yeah, man, but big up, bless up, one and all. I am management. This has been I Am Sure Sports. So you know how it is when it gets to this point of the show, we say we are over and we are OUT out of here.
Boom, check it out. I don't know it's Jason. I'm a represent for I Am Sure Sports. For the latest news and updates, check out I Am Sure Sports. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, subscribe and share. Jason representing I Am Sure. I Am Sure Sports.